memminalie GTTV arjuma ni tala woro sita kata tala woro wulakan.
Assalamu alaikum badin lamoir lal al mbadin jiber lal al kan jibe dunia tonkon nano dawa dranding alla favorite programme wole menyanta menka bo ale Gambian Talent TV loko
adina molu ala dunia karba telle
men na fo man kol ma foko ni man kuke kutela alaji
ba kuke tanatema odo scientist melbe tubabu du jang mo man tora woldi dunia kon
konye jawara itata normale patio diala
mboda men kala ma jawara ma majaya nyini majala ya nyini
ni moye kumandi imam balla faje weke kasiti
ngama ni kaka men fo imam yani ngonko dia ni kuya make kilindi tori mamulia
bitingo like kadiam to akan la fo kadiam kan dolla mande akon sura
akadiamu to akadiamu sura akan la akadiamu angale kan la barnabe angale kan fo mara ka men fo baraka diamu le ka buloko jay bagal ala ko ibama e fo ya ba ha bar na haram ko fo wala memma ko re kana apa e mbakela de bar kana ke
fi ku fi def lu bax ñu waxal la ko Ibrahima Ba ya ko def motax ñu award la nga julo le
jumala ka menyanta programme na fale pa Ousmane Diouf Alhaji Ibrahima Ba mama koto menyanta programme tala woro kata tala woro wulakan arjuma
Assalamu alaikum bokay Gambian Talent TV ngeen nekk di seetaan man nekkal leen fi tey Ami Diallo ñu ñëwal leen fii Sénégambia pour waxtaana keke Drivig laajte leen si loi bu es boo xamante ne loolu lañ bëgg a génne pour ban keke pour di daw fii si Gambia bi especially keke yoo xamante ne ñu ko dee bu nga xamante ne ñooy foori ay pour ban leen pour di daw si Gambia bi fii lu ko waral mooy ñu ne dañ bëgg a protect citizen Gambia yi from any harm or pour protect daal seen safety daal loolu moo tax ñu bëgg a ban leen pour from driving kon rek ngeen bàyyi ñu waxtaana gaay laajte leen ñun tamit si ban boobu naka la nekk di affecté gaay.
I'm David Eze.
David, we just want to know also your own side of the story when it comes to the ban that they are about to put into place. I can say maybe they have already put into place that KK drivers, foreigners are not going to allow to be driving in the Gambia here.
Okay, actually, Gambia is a sovereign state, and as a sovereign state, they have right to have the laws that governs them. But when it comes to ECOWAS, I think the meaning of ECOWAS is Economic Community of West African States. So if ECOWAS simply means Economic Community of West African States, that means that all ECOWAS countries have the right to trade among themselves. Not only trading among themselves, but to be of aid to themselves, maybe when it comes to work or whatsoever. So this idea of Gambia banning tricycle drivers in the Gambia, to me, I would say it is not a welcome development. Why I say it is not a welcome development is this. You know, there are so many youths from so many West African countries, ECOWAS countries, like Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and all that. There are so many youths that have migrated to this Gambia in order to find a greener pasture, simply because of maybe the economic unrest, the economic instability in the countries where they came from. So now we have a whole lot of youth in the Gambia, and the Gambia is not that country that you say there are a whole lot job opportunities. So because of that, so many people found themselves driving tricycle, which maybe back in Nigeria or in Sierra Leone where they have been, maybe they have been doing other businesses that is not tricycle. Well, because of the economic situation in those countries, they migrated to this place. Now there is no work to do, so they found themselves driving here in the Gambia. So now, if the government of the Gambia say they want to ban this thing, honestly speaking, I would say it is not a welcome development, simply because, me personally, I think it is going to increase crime rates in the Gambia. It's going to increase crime rate because all these boys that have left far and near to find a greener pasture in the Gambia, and so unfortunately, they found themselves as a keke or a tricycle driver. So when you take it away from them, how do you expect them to take up their bills? So paying no bills, for them, it will be very difficult. And at the end of the day, because of hunger, they will be forced to the streets to do one or two things again in order that is crime. So it is not me personally, I don't think it is good. But me, I'm thinking if the government as maybe foreigners are not permitted to drive. As foreigners are not permitted to drive maybe taxi, buses, and all that and all that. If the government can leave this particular tricycle for the foreigners, I think it's a welcome development. They will now find a way of a kind of setting up an avenue whereby they can be getting tax from this tricycle. Do you understand now? I think that would be better. It will also go a long way to help the government when it comes to revenue.
Munyu over sonal sister because guy lu ñu wasi pati guys lolu waru am nga gaay dañ de wa foreigner yi waye ñun nekkuñu foreigner sax te ñun ñu ngi amé suñu ID card amé suñu lancing yop waye da nga de gis ne police yi sax dañ la de mëna taxaw sax yaangi taxaw sax sa garage sax ñu la gaay man tay gaay yobu nañ ma falé nalé ba ko dé fofu lañ ma paak waye après dañ ma mujjé bay nak su am nga lolu yo baaxu te ñun ñop ay yursi lañ ñu ngi liggéey ñu ngi ci dëkk bi pour liggéey tamit waaw am nga gaay dañ de wax ne Gambie ni bëggu ñu liggéey tamit ñu ngi ñëw pour liggéey di daan suñu doole yaay gis waye gaay duñu dé sonal te gaay suñu waxé ba ci gaay duñu daw loolu duñu mëna faj Gambie ni sa ci bopam because place yu bari ba ci gaay gi ñoo dé mëna di aga fofu taski duñu mëna aga fofu yaay gis so loolu feebuñu government bi dal dafa wara xolaat lu muy wax waaw.
Now we are surprised in hearing this because we think that maybe because we heard that the constitution is not giving allow to foreigners to drive a batch car, but we heard that it was a traffic police that give that law, but it's not the federal government. So now we are asking the federal government to help the foreigners to, in such a way they can help us to, allow the foreigners to be driving batch car. If there is any law, they can put, that can guide the batch car, the foreigners to be driving the batch car. That's what we are asking for the federal government to do for us. Please, if the federal government implement, it's going to affect many foreigners, especially the foreigners here is too much, but that is driving the batch car. It's going to affect us because there's no much work in the country. But this one is the opportunity we have, to drive this batch car. So we are asking the federal government, to have a place in the constitution to allow the foreigners to be driving the batch car, so that the foreigners can be happy and have something doing in the country.
How is your relationship like with the police when you are driving on the road?
Well, now we are just, we are scared. We are using one leg to be driving because anything can happen at any time. But we don't know the next plan of they have. But we are just praying that maybe the federal government can come to our rescue so that they can help us, to settle the issue so that the police can be our friend. Because we see them, we are afraid. We don't know what they will do. If anyone can stop us and harass us and take something from us, we don't have any choice to do that because for us to be going. That's why we are asking the federal government to come and help us.
How is it like whenever they hold you to maybe on the road when they hold you to say, okay, you are not maybe doing something right or something like that? How is it like?
Well, we know that this is Africa because there's something that normally in African, there's a way we behave, but that is normal. Police can stop you. They ask you first of all, they ask you your documents. Your documents is complete. The next thing you hear is where are you from? Identity, where you're coming from. But now it's not identity is our problem. It's at the end of it, they will ask you to to give them a little bit something for them to go, allow you to go. So we know East Africa, that's how it happens. So we do that free and fair. But we're asking the police to be our friends. When we see them, we acknowledge them that they are our friends protecting us, and we encourage them to to help us in that area.
By that, then you want to buy Batikai dough. Batikai, of course, foreigner ñoo de dal. Why should you ñoo de enter? Legi defa melni. Gambia defa soxala ñaari sip ceeb. Yow ngay dem nga ne ko dedet Gambia na indi benn wayden ko benn sip ceeb benn continent melni ñaari continent wara ñew ci réew mi. Legi yow nga ne benn rek moo dee ñëw yow bugg nga Gambia déedéet bugguloo Gambia because su fekkente ne benn rek moo dee jaay du yomba ku nekkee dafa war a jaay ñaari wala ñetta mu yomba waaye su fekkee benn rek du affaire bi du yomba nañu xam loolu tamit fekkente ne foreigner moo dee daal waaye foreigner man ñoo dee dugga foofu taxi government bi def na $12 ñun ñu ngi def $10 lan mooy problème bu fa nekkee waaye damay gis nii léegi soldats yi suñu jaaxalee bàccika KMC suñu jaaxalee xaalis bàccika trafic mobile suñu jaaxalee bàccika ku jaaxal ku ñàkk xaalis rek mu ngay attaque bàccika tey dem naa fale si marché bi maa ngay gis ñuy paag ay lu mag 20 te yooyu yëpp duñ leen bàyyi noonu ku nekk dafa war a duggal ci loo xam génn joxe loolu nekkul yoon su fekkee ne dañ koy baan nañu xaar ba at bi jee soo demee pour nga jël kay ni nga déedéet boobu noonu stamp na ko balaa ñu koy soob tamit doo jël bii nii joxloo ko station lu mu fay ak lu mu war a fay nga ni ko déedéet na stop loolu xalaatul bi dafa gàtta xam moo xalaatal leen ci loolu waaye dafa gàtta waaw dañu war a xaar ba tas yi jee nees ne léegi noonu duñ dee joxe lii nii waaye ngay dem fay yëpp ñuy dee ñëw di la attaque loolu nañu xalaat bu baax loolu jaaru yoon daal.
If the government eventually did that, it's going to be the masses. Honestly speaking, the masses are going to suffer it. Now, you see, very soon now by September next month, the school is going to resume. And when the school resumes, it will become a very big problem to the students going to school. You understand? Now, you found a situation whereby you come to the bus stop, you see a whole lot of children that came out to the bus stop maybe earlier at 7, 8. But because they're having challenges in transportation, they can't get to their school on time. What is the reason? The reason is because the taxi drivers are so-called taxi drivers. You understand now? The government is relying maybe to be transporting these people from one place to another. Those taxi drivers, honestly speaking, they believe in this ideology called town-trip ideology. Do you understand that? They believe this town-trip ideology. So they don't believe in this $10, see, pick this one, keep it, drop that person there, bring another one, keep there. They don't believe in that. They believe that where they are, when they sit in one place, that their money will come there. And when you come, they will tell you 10 trips. So they don't want to pick out this $10. But it is this bashka that is helping especially the students and workers. You understand now? To go to their work on time, to go to school and all that. So when the government banned that now, honestly speaking, it's going to affect the government seriously. And not only that, you see, we have we used to buy this token, a fare ticket for operation, $20 daily. I don't know if the government knows about that, but if maybe the government really want to generate money in this, which I know, if they cool down and will allow this, they can generate money from it. You understand? Now that token of $20, maybe they make it $30 or $40 or whatever. You understand now? Then the town-trip, the Tricycle operates. I believe the government will be generating something from there and also be helping their prestataries. You understand? So banning it, to me, it is not a welcome development. But I will suggest, if it is possible, let the government say, okay, we leave this Tricycle for the foreigners, but don't come to taxi, don't come to bus, don't come to truck. But for Tricycle, it's meant for foreigners. You understand? I think it's okay like that. Okay, well, actually, we have this adage, this common saying in my place that an idle man is a devil's workshop. Meaning that a lazy man, anybody that is idle, is an easy tool in the hand of the devil to work. So I don't believe I don't believe in that ideology. That the Tricycle is a means of maybe committing crime. Personally, I don't believe in that ideology. Because I believe that any man that has his Tricycle maybe in the morning, that goes work in the morning, comes late in the evening, so he's engaged. When will he have the time to commit crime? But those people that commit crime are those people that doesn't have work. Those people that are doing nothing, they are the ones that commit crime. It's not somebody that is working. When you are working, you don't have time to commit crime. So that ideology, I don't believe that.
No, bitini men kala bachika moida no dogado haray no yobi kuete tasikon ha yoni. Sitaya wawa are to dedum. Ano acha ha hita ande lanna. Si hita ande lanni inna no ajoni men ala jorni de tasifi de golle mon do. Ndare ko honno wato warude. Kono ni hita ande ko feccere. Kono joni kala manin waddo jahal ko si minteri wadi jahal no yande bachika. KMC si wadi jahal no yande bachika. Traffic mobile si wadi jahal no yande bachika. Joni mo kala mo yida hande ko mun kan no jetti giti mun tege bachika. Te bachika no yobi droit. Kala leydi Afrique ka yaada do yobuda tassi harayda mari droit gollugol endi leydi don kala mo yida do yobi tassi ko yete tassi kon ko si tawi on tigi yobal tassi nanga on tigo kono so on tigi yobi tassi accio golla be fota andude haysi ko fori nawne doginde kono ko sitsi woni natude jawa e mudum paasi no wi'a sappo e ɗiɗi mede wadi $10 hoynangol jama on be foto andude dum sa yi yaadu ndu weebi ko baccika wadi dum luttuno toje weebu heddide de ngaray no bacci yaadu weeɓande leydi ndi kono kala ka falda yaade na tan trip ko baccika weebi jama kala mo yiidano hawji hare ko wiyata accum jetta baccika parce que mi do hawji aduna ko yeso ni yarde na baawo o wattudo ko dum do ko ni hana jokkede aduna ngo daraki de ko yeso no yarde har si goddo mayi baawo do ko leter windete kono joni ko téléphone ɗo yo ɓuttu haray siɗa on tigi no o sarali awa nde kaari mayi hari wona wa lebbi so fama awa nan ko yeeso sene yarde
haray télé ngon sengo ɗon miɗo mari komi toro laamu ngun population on fof ko waɗi noon baccika on no mari lorra ko gonga kono hino mari nafa kadi so ndaari ɓaawo nun hari marɗa bagage e ala bagage taxi o ko foke waɗa town trip rek joni noon ɗum ɗon iwi donc e ɓawto ɗum ɗon kadi menen wano min spécialement min miɗo mari ɓeygure miɗo mari ɓiɓɓe donc ɓiɓɓe am ɓen ko ɗo andi ɓe anda lagine donc min tigiri miɗo mari paykun o heeɓi 18 years ɓawo heeɓi 18 years tawi mi nattinimo fita donc o yahi o waɗoye fita on ha o pari kanko e maître makko ɓe waynodiri mi ƴetti kaydiji makko ɗi o kaydi makko juddu on ɗo mi yeehi ka office fiyo yaltin ID card ɓeni o wawata yaltinde ID card because ba makko naɗo jibina donc tawi o wawata heɓude kadi lansin o wawi fita makko ha pari kono o wawata heɓude lansin makko e fi ko wawa doginirde oto ɗum ɗon sattede go feere donc si ari kadi tawi woni baccika on kadi ɓe bana e ɗum ɗon min miɗo mari ɓeygure donc ɓiɓɓe am ɓenno ɗo miɗo mari ɓiɓɓe nayo ɓeygu anno ɗo min miɗo ɗo donc koye luwas men woni donc waɓe wano min kadi wayi hiɓe heewi ɗo donc si ɗum ɗon noon tawi ɗum ɗon fof ɓe waɗi ban min wawata wiide ɓe taɓe waɗu ban ɓay ko kamɓe jogui doole ko kamɓe andi hon waɗete kono haray men torotoɓe komin ɓurataɓe torade yoɓe sendidir yimɓe ɓen waɗoɓe ɓen waserenede ko hor lawol kala waɗɗo waserenede ɓe hiimo police aɓɓe yo jaggumo ɓe salo nangude mbuɗe juuɗe makko ɓe jaggamo ɓe waɗamo ko loi on wi kon si loi on wi koyo ɓe waɗumo ban 1 week ɓe waɗamo ban 1 week hara ɓe jaggal mbuɗe juuɗe makko ayi waserenede nden uytoto kono so tawi joni min mi waɗi ɗo e yawre aden ɓe jaggila mi jonni ɓe tun 200 walla 300 walla 500 ɓe accilam janggo kadi mi waɗay mais si ɓe banilam siko moto am mi jogui yontere mi gollali janggo mi waɗata siko moto goɗɗo go on kanko hetta e machine makko par ce que machine makko ko fiyo liggo donc haray komin toroto laamu ngun lorrano e mum moƴƴa kono koyeɓe muñam men lorra kan ɓe jogito séria on kala séria mo ɓe inni joni onon baccika kala waɗɗo ɗum ɗo min waɗay ɗum ɗo e hoore makko ɓe jogo ɗum kala waɗɗo ko ɓe inni kon ɓe salo nangude mbuɗu ɓe waɗamo ko ɓe wi kon a yiyay on tumati jama on wattanayila par ce que no woodi ga bus ɓe ala ɓeygure ɓen ɓe anda hay haaju maɓɓe si ɗum waɗama ban ɓe waɗa ɗum faale donc minen noon soñjay men because ɓiɓɓe an ko ɗon ñamata min ko ɗon mi ñamata ko ɗon mi yoɓata luwas everything am fof ko ɗon woni donc si ɗum waɗama ban ayiyay ko foke addanaylan caɗele molanaɗe dal gara meɗen toro laamu ngun yoɓe wakkilo ɓe muñana men lorra amen kam ɓe daara nafa amen kam because sa daari si school sottiɗo school ma paykum ma a jonnay kun tun ten dalasi yawka school so yalti kadi o ƴettay tun ten dalasi o ara o cippo ɗum no fof ko tawde haray baccika on no gollude si baccika on acci gollude joni fi oto sattay ata paykum ma kun ko ma oblige oɗa paykum to sokun kun ma ƴettamo an tigui yaha ka school naɓamo be immoɗa kadi yahitanamo donc haray tigui tigui on meɗen toro laamu ngun yoɓe muñam men komin bonnata kon ɓe daara komin nafi kon eyyi paray neɗɗo fof ko ya muñammo bonnere makko fiya heeɓu nafa makko kan eyyi.
Yeah, like you said, this keke come from Indian. This is the company they introduce us, and we, the foreigners that live here, we don't have a job. Like, let me say, Bible tell us that you cannot spare a thief because he steals to satisfy himself. And we here, there is no job right now in Gambia. We are just buying this from Indians and working as a business, understand? And the price is very low. When you come to the taxis, the price we charge is very low. So we are doing this to help ourselves and the people around us and the environment to keep it clean and other things so that the youth, we have something doing. So we are organizing this as a youth leader. Even this company, we have an association from Gambia to Basse. We have a president of Batika who control everything. So when they stop us from this, we don't have anything to work and where we can get money to pay our house rent and food and other things because things now is costing. Even the whole world now are crying because of this poverty of income. You understand? So when they ban this, it will not be fair for us. Even the Gambia youth, we join them to do this, and they allow us to drive. Sometimes we all negotiate to drive together. You understand?
What's your message to the police?
My message to the police is this is very low income. If they will allow us to do this, even we'll be doing it. If they will allow us to be doing it to help ourselves and the youth, we have something to do so that no one will go and steal somebody's thing because he's hungry or anything. Because when they stop us now, it will be difficult for us. Yeah.
So affaire baccika on ɓoyal communauté mum kono haray baccika on no fottude sattede moƴƴi because compagnie ji ɗin koɓe landoto men kon hino satti a wersa épirde ya wawi wersude $1000 a sooday foyal 700 so policy ɓen ɓe waɗi men distop because a daroto ɗo a darotako ɗo a hewtay ɗo a hewta ɗo so haray waɗa easy menen kadi golle amen ɗen haray no satti moƴƴi sa waɗi overload épirde ya wawi yoɓude 200 police nangima $200 150 300 so ɗum ɗon on fof no dogude amen so meɗen sikki noon baccika on gila o ari o time ɗo haray baccika on no gollande jama o moƴƴi so haray jama on no fottude e newende e hedde baccika on because ko baccika ɗum ƴettata ɗo town trip $100 150 200 yaha ɗo fa so haray en wattana hila meɗen tori government on yoɓe wallito men ɓe jippinana men probléme ji baccika on ka nder saare menen kadi men wawa gollude men heɓa dépense famille ji amen ɗin because kala mo yiɗa ɗo haray mo jogui fi rent mo jogui fi kasfawa everything so a wawata sifade fof so haray meɗen tori government on yoɓe waɗu men help ɓe waɗa reduce probléme e baccika on wawa dogude ka saare quoi so haray ko ɗum ɗon men faala yome waɗu invex e fi programme
Police ɓen seɓe naɓi on ɓe jonna on receipt walla ko honnum wayta ɗum seɓe naɓi on
no ɓe jonnata men receipt si ɓe jaɓi caabije ɗen so haray si ɓe jaɓi caabi on ɓe jogike so ɗum ɗon ko an wawata wadde négociation ha wawa yoɓude ɓe ko yoɓuɗaɓe wo ko famodirɗon e mum wo ɓe jonnitama caabi ma huɓɓina hoota kadi so a tawa woɓɓe ɓen a tawa no waɗi difficult fi no ɓe heɓra versement fi to so because sa yahi toon kadi versement timmali aray ɓe wattama believe ɓe wattama ɗuma honno ɓe wattama tros ɓe innayi an ko bandiyagal faalaɗa so a tawa no waɗi difficult fi golle mum ɗen golle baccika on no waɗi difficult moƴƴi haray meɗen tori government on yoɓe waɗu men ɗuma help e fi baccika on ɓe waɗa regios because meɗen waɗi registre meɗen heeɓi pepaji amen foof inchallah no waɗi complete so haray ɓe duwa waɗude regios probléme ji ɗin ka baccika
mbokk yi comme nu ma doon ko waxoon rek si njëlbeen lu ñu tax a génn rek mooy waxtaana ñoo xamante ne ñu amee baccikaay si baan boo xamante ne loolu moo génnoon loolu lañ amoon pour wax si ñëwee si ñoom ak police yi ak loolu tamit si baan bi naka la moo affecté gars yi Gambian Talents TV ngeen nekk di seetaan ma nekkal leen fi tey Ami Jallow